Welcome to practice. You know, sometimes you just want a nice straightforward flow class. I've just been craving a straightforward yoga practice recently. Doing a lot of physio for my hips, which is great. I love that functional mobility stuff, but sometimes you just want to flow. So join me for a flow. There will be a bit of a focus on rotation of the spine, internal rotation of the hips, because that's what I've been working on. We all could use a little bit more of that. I've got one block. If you don't have a block, hard back book, a big rolled up towel, you may not need it, right? Let's come down onto the right side. We will start with a little bit of work for the hips. Pop the block out of the way. And to start with, just get the left hip lined up over the right. Make sure that your arm and your shoulder are comfortable. We're going to open the knees like a clamshell, but bring the toes behind your front foot and roll the pelvis open a little bit. And then as you close the clamshell, bring the shin a bit in front of your bottom knee and allow your pelvis to roll over. So it's an opening of the pelvis and a closing of the pelvis. So it's a little bit of gentle movement around the tailbone and to start warming up the hips. Maybe one more. And then either hover the knee or pop a block underneath it, just in front of that bottom leg, and find your internal rotation. So the femoral head turning inwards in the socket. Maybe a couple more. Quite spicy, right? And then some rotations, moving the femur around in the socket. Really feel that movement. Couple of directions. Or it's very tight on my left side. And then extend that leg, let it slide forward and then back behind. So now the psoas, the iliopsoas, which is your hip extensor. So we've worked the rotators of the hip and now we're working the hip flexor. You can be nice and slow here. You can always also, if your shoulder's getting tired, you can always come down. Let it leg drift behind you. Maybe one more. And bring the knees in. Come over onto your back. Notice the difference between left and right. Feel that heat in the left hip. Feet lined up with the knees and the hips. Arms at the side. Little tailbone tuck to peel up. Engage the glutes and the hamstrings as you come up towards a low bridge. And you might give a little rub into the front of the hips, the ASIS points. Waking up the muscles a bit round into the low back, the QLs, the glutes. Bring your awareness to the low body. And then roll down nice and slowly. Okay, so let's do just a few rolling bridges, peeling the spine up. Feel the back of the legs engaged and rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. Breathe with it. I can feel that my nervous system is wanting to rush through everything to get to the flow. Tells me a little bit about my mental state, where I'm at. I don't need to correct it or change it. I'm just trying to be aware of it. Do one more. And settle the hips, and then we just flip over onto the other side. I'm just going to stay facing you. Knees are stacked together, hips are stacked. So it's that clamshell opening and tap behind, and then the shin comes forward and roll the pelvis. Allow the pelvis to open and close. This is such a beautiful move for the tailbone. Just that kind of subtle movement around the sacroiliac joint where the spine, the base of the spine and the pelvis meet. There's a relatively fused joint there, the sacroiliac joint. Nice to just get a little bit of a sense of pull across that area. Maybe one more. And then bring the knees back into a line, and you could just hover that knee, or you could place a block for it. And your internal rotations, try and get the femoral head to roll inwards in the socket. Five, 6, 7, last one, 8. Goodness me. Take the block out, some circling. Move the femur in the socket, moving in both directions, 2 or 3 each way. Ooh. And then you've got your psoas stretch, leg tracing forward and tracing back. So this is the lengthening, and here is the shortening of the psoas. Come down off your shoulder if it's starting to get tired. Maybe one more. And then we can flip this time to all fours. Pause to check in with your hips. So we've explored the rotational capacity of the hips and of the tailbone. Let's start to think about the spine, dropping into cow belly, and then tuck the tailbone and round into cat. See if you can find, just like we did with the bridges, the movement from the tailbone first, and then a follow through with the rest of the spine. One or two more. Really notice anywhere that feels sticky. And then big toes together, knees as wide apart as you'd like. Come back towards a child's pose, but walk the hands off towards the left and reach your fingertips, right fingertips, as far away from your right hip as you can walk them, and keep that right hip pinned. Take a breath, and you might roll the spine a little bit and look underneath your underarm, and then look back at the ground. So starting to gently rotate a little bit in the mid-back, low back. Let's walk the hands over off the right side of the mat. Stretch the left fingertips as far away from that pinned left hip as you can. Little look underneath the left underarm. And out. And walk back to the middle. Stretch your hands away, lengthen from fingertips to tailbone. Come up onto your fingertips and press the underarms toward one another and down towards the ground, even as you lengthen the tailbone away. And then flatten the hands, roll forward through the spine for an up dog variation. Cat pose, round back towards child's pose. Big inhale, exhale, roll the spine. Dog. And roll it out again. One more. And walk hands and knees back to your all fours. Make a fist with your right hand. Draw it up towards your ribs and allow your torso to twist with it. And then bring the elbow down towards the mat, twisting the other way. So up towards the ribs, turn, and then twist the other way and tap the elbow. So starting to feel that rotation in the mid-back, the thoracic region, into the shoulder blades a little bit. And let's place the arm to thread the needle. Bring your right ear, right shoulder down. Press that left hand down, elbow up towards the ceiling. Roll a little bit more onto your right shoulder. Press your left hand down to come up, just enough to slide the heel of your right hand away and shift the hips back to stretch through the underarm. And then slide back in, come back to all fours. But take this right arm forward past the ear, up towards the ceiling, rotate palm out, and bring it back behind you, palm facing in again. So rotation of the humeral head in the shoulder socket. Just a few. Try and keep your core reasonably stable. One more. And press hands forward, tuck toes, find a down dog, and paddle out your feet. Press back. Get a big stretch. Walk your hands back a little bit. Take the right hand under to hold the left shin, and a little pull and turn to look underneath your left underarm. Take a breath. Come back out, bring that arm forward, rotate it around, and bring it palm facing up as high up your back as you can. Try and stabilize, looking down at the ground, push out of your left shoulder. And then release, rotate it forward, and come down. One round of cat-cow. Back to all fours. Left hand makes a fist up towards your ribs and allow the spine to turn. And then elbow towards the other side of the mat. Moving through your rope pulls. I think these are some of my absolute favorite twists, actually. One more. Find that thread the needle. Left ear, left shoulder comes down. Press the right hand firmly. Elbow up towards the ceiling. Couple of nice big breaths. Press the right hand down. Come up enough to slide the heel of the left hand forward. Stretch through the underarm. Little stretch into the radial nerve as well. Slide back. Find your all fours. Left arm alongside the ear, palm facing in. Rotate through the shoulder, palm faces out, and then palm faces back towards you. Rotate through the shoulder. Try and engage the core to keep you reasonably stable. Oh, this is very effortful. One more. Let go, hands come forward. Find your down dog. Stretch everything out, paddle the feet. And then walk your hands back for a shorter down dog. Left hand will come under, hold the right shin. Little pull underneath your right underarm. Nice twist for the upper body. Then shift out. Left arm can come forward, rotate in the socket, and bring palm facing up, sliding up your back as far as it comes. Take a big breath. Rotate it round. Come out, and let's walk feet towards hands in the middle of the mat. Bend the knees generously. Hold onto the elbows. Take a little sway and a little bit of a traction through the spine. You come out, bend the knees even more so that you can walk your hands forward. You've got blocks potentially here under your hands. Shift the hips back. Deep, deep hip flexion. And take a big breath here. Come back, lift your pelvis, and again you might want a block here underneath your hands. Hands in the middle, left hand down, bend the left knee and twist towards the right, raising the right arm towards the ceiling. And then bend into the right knee, straighten the left, plant the right hand, and left arm comes up towards the ceiling. Moving through, finding that deep flexion in the hip, drawing the head of the femur back into the socket on that bent knee, and rotating the spine all the way around. One more each side. There we go. And release, move that block out the way, and you can walk back or step back towards down facing dog. Let's lift the left leg towards the ceiling, bend the knee, circle the hip a couple of times in both directions. And then bring your knee forward and step for your low lunge. Let's come up first off. Align your pelvis over your knee. Interlace hands at the back of the head. Drop the head back into the hands and open the upper back a little bit. Drop your left elbow towards the ground, right elbow towards the ceiling for a side bend. Curl and tuck everything in towards your knee. And then open the elbows, right elbow towards the ground, left elbow opens and come back. Let's go the other way. Right elbow down, left elbow lifts. Really press down with that left foot. Whoops, roll the head in, curl and tuck everything up. Then left elbow down, right elbow up, your side bend. And uncurl, open the arms, rotate the head of the shoulders, bring the hands behind you, either hold onto your forearms or find reverse prayer up your back and keep engaging the glutes, pushing the hips forward as you open the upper back over your hands. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Use your glutes to realign your pelvis. Bring the spine back upright. Hands down. Right hand stays down. Lift the back knee. Open the left arm for a twist. Take a big breath. Left hand comes down to the inside of that leg. Pivot your right foot. Press up towards your warrior two. Just to transition, find your warrior two. Drop the right arm, left arm can come up and over. And then pivot on those back toes, whoops, 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 to find high lunge and then twist towards that closed knee. Try and keep the spine in a line over your hips. Take a breath. Circle the hands and find your down dog. Press everything out. Let's lift the right leg, bend the knee, circle a couple of times one direction, and then a couple of times the other direction. Knee to chest, step, and drop the back knee, coming up, low lunge. Find your engagement through your pelvis and your spine. Interlace hands behind the back of the head and open the chest a little bit. Drop the head back into the hands. Take a breath. We'll do right elbow towards the ground, left elbow open, side bend, curl everything in and tuck everything up. Open the elbows, drop left down, right up towards the ceiling and back to center to open the chest. Keep those glutes engaged. Left arm down, right elbow opens, circle and tuck. Side bend the other way. And open back up. Keep your alignment in your pelvis. Arms come round. Rotate. Clasp the forearms or find reverse prayer. Press the hands into the shoulders. Shoulder blades squeeze. Open into your back bend. Keep those glutes engaged for support. Big breath. Straighten pelvis and spine. Hands come down. Tuck the back toes. Left hand down. Right arm opens for your twist. Keep those hips lifted. Take a breath. Right hand to the inside of your right foot. Pivot the back toes. Come to your warrior two. Just a transition. So find the warrior two. Left hand down. Right arm over for your reverse. And then come out. Pivot those back toes. High lunge with a twist towards your knee. Try and keep the spine in line over the pelvis rather than leaning forward. Feel those core muscles engaged to hold you there. Then circle the hands and find down facing dog. Let's flow to plank. Lower your plank. Come through up dog or cobra. Press back, down facing dog. Paddle out the feet. Lift the left leg, bend the knee, open the hip, step it through, straight to your low lunge. And then let's pivot that back knee round and walk the left foot forward so that they're in a line. Left forearm down and right arm over and reach. Come back up, tuck your back toes and find your heel with your right fingers and bring the left arm over and find a little back bend, pushing your hips forward. Take a breath. Come out, pivot around, walk the foot out, right hand down, tuck the back toes and lift. Left arm comes up for your easy twist. Bring that hand down to support you. Step the left foot back halfway, pivot both feet to point to the long edge of the mat and bring your right hip down for Cleopatra pose. Push that knee away from you and curl the spine and the tailbone. Lovely pull on the right QLs. Come out. Engage that bottom foot. We're going to lift up and reach over with the left arm. And as you tap the hip down, reach back with your left and look towards your foot. So this is quite strengthening for your right side body. So lift up and reach back and look. One more time. It is challenging. Oh, came down with a thump there. Turn to look towards the front of the mat and step back for your down facing dog. Paddle it out. Right leg can come up, bend the knee, step it through, find your lunge. And then pivot on that left knee, walk that right foot forward so they're in line, right forearm and then left arm over. Get a big left body side stretch. Come up, tuck your back toes, find your heel with your left hand. Glutes are engaged, hips moving forward as you reach for your back bend. Great big breath. Engage your back, your glutes to come up. Pivot forward, walk the foot across, left hand down, tuck the back toes, find your twist. Lift your hips and reach. Look down to give yourself the support to slide that right foot back halfway. Pivot so that both feet are pointing towards the long edge of the mat and drop that left hip and find your Cleopatra pose. Press against your knee and curl your spine. Come out of it, make sure that you feel stable, strong bottom leg, strong right hand, lift up, reach with the right arm, tap down and look back towards your back toes. Twice more. One more. Look forward, plant the hands, step back, down dog, paddle it out, roll to plank, lower, up dog or cobra, plant the knees, Big toes together. Child's pose with thread the needle. Right arm threads underneath. You might have the block for your head here. Hips moving back. Resting your right shoulder down. Left arm, you might rotate the shoulder and bring it back behind you. Change sides when you're ready. Unloop your right hand, press it down, press yourself up. Come towards a seated position. We'll finish. We've gradually worked our way up from tailbone, hips, low back, mid back, a little bit of the shoulders. We are finished with the neck. So find a comfortable seated position. Turn to look over your right shoulder. Extend the left arm away, rotate the shoulder, palm back behind you, bring it behind your back. Drop your right ear a little bit towards your right shoulder, even as your gaze is behind you. And you can open and close your jaw and floss your chin a little bit. Instant parasympathetic response. Unlace that hand. Use your other hand to come up, looking over your shoulder. Drop the chin to the chest and make some little half moons. Finishing up on the left side, looking over that left shoulder. Extend the right arm, rotate the shoulder, palm facing forward, tuck it behind your back. Drop the left ear down, even as the gaze is out to the left. Little stretches, wiggles, jaw open and closed. Oh my goodness. This is such a polyvagal drill. Release. You can support your head to come up again. Little half moons or maybe full circles. Arms can come up, fingertips to touch, and twist a little bit to the right, looking over your right shoulder. Take a breath. Bring the arms up as you twist forward, twist to the left, looking back over your shoulder. Coming to center, rest the hands on the knees, or maybe you want to lie back down for Shavasana, for a rest now. If this is where you're ending the practice, just take a minute or so just seated to feel the effects of the practice in your body, to find a little pocket of stillness and notice what space is being created through exploring our rotational capacity. Thanks so much for practicing with me, everyone. Let me know how you found the practice. See you again soon.